So now we need to adjust the cookie login start to read the no match session variable. So what does that mean? That means when we are here and I enter in bad data. Oh, let's go back to the code. So I'm here, I enter in bad data, which means I come here in the else. I set this session no match. I bring it into existence. I create this session underscore this underscore session variable, and then I send the user back to this form, right? So I send them back to this page here. Now, when I send them back, what I want this program to do, or what I want this page to do, is to check, is this variable set? Right? And if this variable is set, then I want to print out an error message saying your username and password don't match. Okay. So how do I do that, right? So first things first is in order to get that programmed over here, we need to create PHP code to do that. Okay. And so every web page that contains PHP code needs to have the extension .php. So the first thing that we want to do is say file save as, and we're going to keep the same name and say file save as underscore start.php, and we will save it. And then up at the top we're going to add PHP, and we'll say session underscore start, because that's what we have to do at the top of every web page that's going to be using the session variables. Okay, and not only that, but we also, no, I guess that's all we need to do. Yeah. So then now down here in our form, let's see, where do I put it? Right there, right after the form action, you can drop this if statement in there. Okay, and so this if statement might seem a little bit crazy to you, but it's not that bad. If you read it, it says if the no match session variable is set, if it exists, then I delete it, I make it not exist anymore, right? And then I echo out the text, wrong credentials, please try again. Or else, if the no match variable does not exist because they got to this web page without having, being sent back to this web page. Let's say they got this is like the first time they came to the web page, so of course this is not going to be set because they didn't even have a chance to enter in wrong credentials. Right? This is the first time they're here. Well, then this is not going to be true, and then it's going to print out login. Okay. Yeah, and I think that's about it. Let's see. I come over here and I'll save it. Let's come back over here and I will refresh the page and it says log in. Oh, maybe we do want those BRs. Okay. Okay, so there's something wrong with my CSS file, which is why I needed to put these BRs in here. But yeah, I'm not going to mess around with that for now. But you see here, right? I refresh the page. This is the first time I'm getting here, and it says login, right? Now I type in bad data that's not found in the database. I hit submit. It's going to run to the action file, cookie underscore login. It's going to come here, receive the post data, right? Save it in the local variables, connect to the database, run the query. Fetch the arrays from the database, from the MySQL query result, right, from the object. Now array is going to be equal to that one row that we got from the query. And if this is true, if array user contains value, contains data, then we're going to do this and send them off to cookie clicker. If it does not contain any data, then that means the username and password were not found, and then we're going to make this session variable no match, and we're going to send them back to cookie login start, right? And we're not going to send them to cookie HTML, we're going to send them back to PHP because we changed that. And then when it comes back here, it's going to come up here and it's going to check, is that no match session variable set. And yes, now it is set. So it's going to unset it, it's going to delete it, and then it's going to print out wrong credentials. Okay, so let's go ahead and try that. So, okay, so these are bad credentials. I hit submit, and that's what happened, right? It went to cookie underscore login. It found out the credentials were bad by accessing the database, and then it sent the user back here with the session no match variable created and set, which causes this error message to pop out. Now, if I hit refresh again, right, is this error message going to pop out? No, it's not. Why? Because we went ahead and unset the no match session variable, right, as the first thing that we do inside of this if statement. So then when it comes back and it's going to check, is this set? No, it's not set, because the last time we unset it. So I come here and refresh, and it says login, right? So that is task number 7.